everybody. This is one of the projects I wanted to do for the hashtag JJ3under30. I love Crafty by Tony. I always feel like when I start to talk about it, I forget everything. I love that she has a whole bin of just pieces of things that she's put. I'm sorry, I don't know what this thing is doing. Sorry. I just love it when I accidentally start the YouTube up. Anyway, so I thought, oh, I'll just put together some little bits and pieces, and I should do that more often because I don't have a junk journal. I haven't come up with a junk journal. I'm actually gonna make one over the next few weeks, and but I thought having some little embellishments and little things put together would be fun, and you know, you could also at some point send them on to other friends if they like them, and I don't know. I just thought I'll make 3 little embellishment things to start my collection or start my, and the only thing I cheated and did was I sewed on something on each of them, and I didn't sew them on very great. I'm still learning the sewing thing. I just mean they're kind of crooked, but that doesn't really matter. I think sometimes with I can't talk today. And then I just grabbed a bunch of stuff in different color schemes and stuff that I'm going to try and stick on here and just make, you know, little individual things in the 30 minutes. I suffer a lot from staring at things and not doing anything about them, and so I like this challenge because I just kind of went through and pulled out a bunch of stuff, and now I have to put together 3 little bunches with what I have laying here. It's not really, I started with blue and red, and then I just kind of lost it on this one, which is fine. Oh, and then the other thing I did is I did stick this to me. For another project, I did this thing called Happy Scraps, which I watched a video of Shanna's from at Shinuki Arts, but she actually got it from Louise Heisel, and it's a whole way to make these little colorful scraps. Like this is one, and I had a couple of pieces of sewing pattern that I threw in just because they were in the same color scheme, and I pre-tore some of them off so they look almost like tape to me because it's got that yellowing look to it. So I did put those on, but putting all the rest of it together will be on camera. Sorry. Yeah, so let me set a timer here. Thankfully my PC has a timer. I have, like I mentioned in another video that I had a couple of things planned for this, and then I got sick and it kind of messed it up. And so let's see. Yep, 30 minutes. And so I'm going to try and get a couple of them done. This was one of them that I was going to do. That's why I had the things sewn on here, but they were just sitting off to the side. And then I was just going to put my happy scraps away. And I realized that this kind of, in some ways, looks like the yellowing tape. So I decided to stick a little bit of that on just to get the vintage. And it gives such a nice texture too. And then I just pulled a bunch of stuff out so that I could get this going here. We'll see how it goes. All right, let me, and there's my 30 minutes. So I have this really cool moth, but I kind of wanted to not kind of wanted, I saw that and I wanted him kind of in the middle, but this doesn't really go. Anyway, we'll see. This is what I mean by I suffer from. But I do like him on there, and I do like that. Just, here's my handy dandy. These are all my different tags. As I've stated before, a lot of times when I'm watching, if I'm watching something, I'm cutting tags out. Although I don't have as many to cut out now that I did a few weeks ago. Because I've been cutting so often, so. But I don't know. I have a variety of tags here. I could not tell you. Some are Louise Heisel, some are Jody Lewis, I believe. Some are ones I got off Etsy, and I'll try to put everything, all the digitals I use into the video. Sorry, I was looking for a green. Anyway, how's everybody's day going? I just realized that it was Labor Day weekend this weekend. That's what getting sick for just about 10 days will do to you. You know, your time schedule's all messed up. And I mean, that means that my husband's birthday is, I think it's Monday, and haven't done anything, haven't looked for anything, haven't thought about anything. Although he just got a new 3D printer, so I think he's probably good. He doesn't like to celebrate his birthday. I love to celebrate my birthday. I celebrate it all year long. I mean, all month long, usually. That's too green. It's just something that I enjoy. Even as I get older, I don't know, there's just something about a birthday for me. Let me get some of these on here. But he does not like to celebrate it. And, you know, I mean, his mom says he's been like that since he was a kid. It's just something he's never enjoyed. He says a lot of it stems, he thinks a lot of it stems from the fact that because his birthday is the date it is, it always falls, it almost always fell on this holiday weekend. And I'm sure that some of you all have plans, and that was always the problem, is that there was always a ton of people who had plans and weren't here, so he never really got to have his birthday parties were never really much of anything because nobody was in town, or he wasn't in town, or so for him, it's always been a source of frustration. I don't know. Just, he doesn't associate it with fun things because he never associated it as a kid with fun things because, like I said, he never got to have the birthday party that everyone else has. I mean, mine's a little bit different because sometimes mine was a problem only because it was May and it was just starting to get, hello, what is happening here? It was just starting to get warm in Arizona, so it wasn't as fun as it could be because we did not have a pool. Some of my friends had pools, and so the birthdays were, in the hotter weather, were fun, but we did not have a pool growing up. My dad had a pool for a while, and then he sold that house, and now he doesn't have a pool because he doesn't want a pool. Because apparently they're a lot of work. I would love to have a pool. Even though I live somewhere where it's not even remotely warm most of the year. It's cool here most of the year. It's, to put it bluntly, annoying. So, oh yeah, I was thinking about this flower. I thought that might be, not even sure what this is from. It was in my little, I have this little junk. Like if I want to use, I go to use something and, oh look, here's another. And if I go to use something and then it doesn't work out, I usually toss it in this bowl and then I try to use it in some other current, whatever I'm working on. I never use stamps. I thought I might use a stamp. But anyway, this was in there and I thought maybe I would use it. Sorry, I'm just looking at what I took out of I have this random sorry, they're doing something. There's always something going on in my neighborhood and there's some kind of renovation going on. hopefully you cannot hear it, but sorry, I liked where I was going with this, and then what'll happen is I'll pick it up, and then I won't remember how I had it, and then I'll be... I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I liked where I was going down here. Oh, I was like, what did I just do there? It's tough because I kind of like what's going on up here, but I also feel like it needs a little more. Anyway, so it's not a big deal that I did not remember that until just now that Monday is my husband's birthday, because he doesn't care about getting gifts. And like I said, he just gifted himself a 3D printer, so I don't really need to get him anything. He's been having lots of fun with that. And this is why you don't glue things down yet, Jen. I had this idea of stapling a little bit of a off to the side. Kind of like that. But I was just encouraging my husband that he should take an extra day off, just because he's been working so much lately. And it would be nice if he had a little time off just to kind of play with his printer and sleep in a little. And he had to go into work Sunday because something was down and they needed him. And he doesn't necessarily mind because he loves to work. And he works at a job that's pretty cool, you know. The aquarium is a cool place to work. But like with anybody, at some point you need a break. And I was just saying to him, I don't think you've taken a break since our last vacation, which was last September to Spain and France. I mean, we were gone 3 weeks, but other than whatever's come up on, you know, like Memorial Day, he was off because it was Memorial Day. And I was trying to, I don't know, I was trying to encourage him to take some time off, but I forgot that this weekend was actually Labor Day, so he's going to be forced to take some time off. I never had any problems taking time off. I was always ready to take time off. So, and I think he's also having a rough time because the project he has been working on, to keep pushing the dates back, and you know, one of the reasons we haven't planned a quick, you know, week-long vacation or left the area or made any plans is because he's been stuck, you know, having to be here. And so I think he's finally starting to lose it a little. I mean, we were talking about just running up to the family cabin for a long weekend just to give him a break. But I don't know. Do we like that flower on there? I really like the way this one came out. I don't know. This one, I had other ideas for it, and for some reason, it just seems to not be. Now I'm not doing so great at it. Maybe I'm not layering enough on there. Maybe I'm layering too much. Well, I still have 13 minutes. I think I do like this flower on here for some reason. With the blue and the dragonfly, and it's all feeling very springish. Sorry, I just made you move. So, what are the things? Oh, good. I've gotten to the point where I cannot get this on there. Did I do that with every one of them? Yes. I will have to take an awl. So, one of the things I was going to do is put an eyelet through these ones. I don't know if this... I pulled out a copper one for this, but I don't think it's going to go with the red. It's not too bad. I think this is going to explode everywhere. I don't like that better. This one doesn't have any metal. And let's see. Thinking some see, number, letter. I'm trying to mix these up. The last time I made an item of 3 things, I felt like I had made it so the same that I'm trying to not make this, because obviously these may not go in the same book or project. Just kind of making them. I just wanted to pull out. Oh, I just see I didn't glue that down. Where did I even have that? Oh, it was under here, wasn't it? So not to be a complete weirdo, but I am so excited by the Taylor Swift engagement news. I shouldn't be that excited. I don't know her. She does not know me. I just feel like I've been watching her love life for so long because my daughter was a big fan when she was younger, and then I became my own fan, whereas my daughter became not so much of a fan, but now is back to being a fan. So, guys, what are we thinking here? White speckles? Gold? Ooh, maybe gold. I know these little collage snippets or whatever we're going to call these are not exciting, but I've never really made anything like this. So for me, this was actually pretty fun. Oh, the pin that goes in this. Anyway, 3-day weekend, exciting. I mean, it doesn't do, yeah, I am going to do a little bit of gold, but I feel like I should do a little bit of white too, just a little bit of lightness. It would help if I had mixed up the ink first. There we go. I love this ink. And what's so funny is that it's I feel like it's not coming off. I also feel like I need to stir this up more. Like I feel like the gold is all at the bottom. There we go. That looks a little bit better. I love this gold because it's so subtle. Like you don't think you have it on there, and then you look at it the next day and it's so beautiful with the little flecks. See, I don't know whether you can see that. See the gold? It's so, I love this ink. But who doesn't like just a little bit of gold? A little bit of gold down there. I feel bad I don't want to waste this. I should put it on something. But I don't know if you can see out on each one. Oh, I just love it. Like, I can barely tell that it's going on, but once it's on, it's just so sparkly and fun. I feel like I need something here. Ugh, only 4 minutes left. I probably will not find this in the short time that I have. I will not find the perfect. I mean, who knows, but I did want something round. Maybe. I feel like the color is too close to the color I have there. Right? Oh, that's better. That's better. There's more of a contrast. Sorry, I'm trying not to waste this gold paint. Okay, so I only have 2 minutes left. Should I do white flecks too? I'll just make sure I tear that page, that portion off, and use it with the gold. Anyway, what's everybody up to today? Sorry, I've been silent because I've been thinking. Sorry. I think everything can be made better with a little bit of white splatter. I have the gold splatter on there, but I thought the white splatter, I always think it just brightens it up a little. And now we'll put this paint on there. Let this dry and use that as, I don't know. So here we go. 3 little clusters to use in a journal. I chose Q because I don't use Q for much of anything. And I'm happy that I used some extra little things I had laying around that I don't normally, such as that little daisy. I don't remember, I went to use it for something and I didn't like it. And there we go. So yeah, I'm happy with those. Going a little bit closer on them. So you can see them. A little bit of gold and white splatter. I got the moth off of, it was a free site. They had a few butterflies and moth printouts that you could print out for free. I don't remember. I'll have to see if I can figure it out. But I love this moth. I'd like to figure it out so that I could reprint one of them. And I'm out of time. So I think I went about 2 to 3 minutes over there. I think the white splatters, because I was at 2 minutes when I was getting that prepped. And I have all kinds of tags I did not use, but that's okay. I have a whole bin of, oh my gosh. Could I keep knocking into this and making it shake for you guys any more than I already have? But yeah, so here's one of my 3 under 30 minutes. I think I sort of made it. I was yakking and trying to make decisions, so I probably didn't quite get it. And obviously it's not as impressive as some of the things that people have been doing. But I'm kind of, I'm happy with them. I can keep them and use them in a journal once I get one going. All right, guys. Thanks for joining me for that little session. I'll see you next time. Thanks.